Welcome to Mimi's Kitchen. We're gonna make a vegan cream corn soup, and we're also gonna make cornbread today with it. So first off, we're gonna start by prepping our potatoes, corn, and then our other vegetables, celery, carrots, and onions. So the first prep, we're gonna chop our potatoes. I'm gonna use about 6. I'm kind of making a large version. I'm gonna use 6 russet potatoes. And then we're gonna drain the canned corn. Okay, so I've already rinsed the potatoes once, and I'm letting them soak in the bowl for a bit. I like to soak the starch out of my potatoes. They tend to come out much better. Okay, make sure to strain out your 3 cans of corn. Make sure there's no liquid in it. Okay, so now that we got our corn prepped and our potatoes prepped, we're gonna prep the carrots, celery, and onions. So we're actually gonna put it in a food processor. Okay, so I usually put the carrots in first. Clean them, chop them, and then we're going to put the celery in, and the onions, and then you're going to chop it up to kind of a puree, because everything's going to get immersed at the end. Okay, so this is how the carrots, celery, and onions look. Next, we're going to go over to the stove, and we're going to saute all the vegetables. Okay, so we're going to start sauteing the carrots, celery, and onions. Okay, so I like to add a little more olive oil in there, and then we're going to add the potatoes, and we're actually going to cook those for 15 minutes. So you just put them in, make sure they're drained really well. And then you're just gonna stir them up with the carrots and stuff. Get all that flavoring on them. We're gonna add a little more salt. And then I'll show you what it looks like in a bit. Okay, so while the potatoes are cooking, I'm using rice milk. So I have 4 cups of rice milk. And here's flour and cornstarch. And then all our spices, garlic powder, parsley, and a little more salt. So you're just gonna mix that. In another one, you're gonna have 5 cups of water ready. And I'm using a vegan-based, so a vegetable-based bouillon. This is really good. I don't know if you guys can see that. I added 2 tablespoons into the 5 cups of water. Okay, so the potatoes have been cooking for about 15 minutes, and I had the lid on, and then I would stir it every about 2 to 3 minutes. Now we're gonna add in the canned corn. Make sure you drain it well. I did add a paper towel on mine just to soak up the rest. And we're gonna stir this around, and it's gonna cook for another 5 minutes, and then we'll start adding in our liquids. Okay, now I'm gonna add the 5 cups of water and the vegan bouillon, and we're gonna mix that around. And this is gonna cook for about 20 minutes, covered. So make sure you stir it around and get all that vegan broth in there. Okay, so while our soup's cooking, we're gonna prep our cornbread. Okay, so I have flour, and then we're gonna add the cornmeal, sugar, baking powder, and salt. And we're gonna mix that up. Okay, next we're gonna add in our rice milk, our canola oil, and some applesauce. And I just used one of these in there. Then we're gonna mix this up. Okay, so you're gonna spray your pan. I use a 9x13 pan. And we're gonna put the batter in there. And then make sure you preheat your oven at 400. And then you're gonna cook this between 20 and 25 minutes. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes. We're gonna add our milk mixture in. Then just stir it up. And then you wait till the milk boils again. And then your soup will be done, and then we'll put an Emerge blender in there. Okay, our cornbread's done, and our corn cream soup is done. If you like the video, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time in Mimi's Kitchen. Happy cooking!